I want to shift to what I was really excited to ask you all about, which is just being, I guess, women that lead in business is such a, we need it more in our industry. We need it more just everywhere. My wife reads so many books because she's an entrepreneur herself. And so she's always like talking to me about these societal and these like subconscious things that somehow either hold back or give the illusion of holding back women, of like being in leadership and then not apologizing for it, of just being like, yeah, I'm leading this team, and things that like are harder to talk about, right? Because there's certain things that if a man did it, wouldn't be a conversation, right? So I want to talk. Is that something you all even think about, or is it something that you kind of have personal pride in, or is it just, hey, you're in these positions and you're just leading, like just like anyone else would?
Yeah, I think because for me, my example and my whole entire life, my mom was a bit an entrepreneur with some of her brothers, and five older brothers, and only like three of them made it in the business with her. And she was the boss.
Mm-hmm.
And even growing up, like she's the boss. Like my mom, my dad, like it doesn't matter. Like there's only one person in my life that I'm ever been afraid of and still continue to stay terrified of. And that's my mom. So I think for me, like because I just naturally like was born into that of, a woman in charge. She was a single mom for a long time and raised my brother and I, and has always just made it happen, that I sometimes I forget to think about that. You know what I mean? Because it's
Mm-hmm.
always just sort of been there for me. But I do love the fact that it is such a topic these days, and that there is so much more empowerment for that. And that so many more people who weren't sort of born into it, fortunately, are able to experience that for themselves as well.
Yeah, and finding that power. We have women on our leadership team where we do work with them a lot of like, hey, there's no like, it's a weird thing to talk about, but like not consider when
Yeah.
stepping into your power. And it's an odd thing to navigate, but I love just like having the raw conversations around it, of saying like, hey, why did you just apologize to me for time that we had on the calendar that we're meeting? Like little things like that. Corey, I'm sure you have lots to draw on, coming from the military background, because I grew up in a military family. I am aware of the dynamics that can be in that world.
Yeah, I have, in the Army, I definitely experienced some, um, just some, I've been smacked on the butt,
Ridiculous
So
stuff. Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I've had some, sexual harassment that's happened when I was in the Army. Not anything terrible bad, but just stuff that, we spoke about it and it was handled. Uh, my thing is, and I'm not sure Lexi would agree with me on this. We could probably talk about this for years and not agree on it. My thing is I want to be like known as a strong leader. I don't necessarily want to be known as a strong female or, a woman that's a leader. And I think we're not all going to get on to equal terms and until we can, women can accept the fact that, yes, we're women. Yes, we're strong. We're doing these things, but I don't like to stand up on a drum and, beat that drum about that I'm a woman doing these strong things. I just want to be known as, oh, that's, Corey, she came to protect. She's got an Army background and she's doing a great job. Not that she's a woman manager. I don't know. I've just worked so hard. I don't want to say fit in because that's not it. I've spent so much time in the Army trying to be at the same level, but without having to beat my drum. Like I want to earn it on my own. I don't want to earn it I don't want it just because I'm a female. I want whatever I earn, I want to earn it because I put the hard work in and did that hard work. So, I kind of come from that place. And sometimes I have to, just kind of watch my tongue a little bit when I'm around someone who is, because there's nothing wrong with being proud, but I have to kind of I don't want to impart what I think on someone else when they are speaking about, I'm a woman and I'm strong and I'm doing this. Great.
I truly love both perspectives. That's why I love like both of you being here, and just like, cause I weave in and out of both myself, where it's like, I hesitated to even bring it up, but I was also excited to like shine a light on it, because at the IEB conference, I didn't think I was talking to two powerful females in an organization. It was just a room full of talented people. and we ended up connecting. And so we don't even have to spend a ton of time on it, but I think it's amazing to see. It's something I'm cognizant of as we're kind of, I think, building up leaders in our organization. But it's just cool to see that power, just stepping into that power, just without even any conversation about it. So kudos there.
I think the conversation too, like you were saying, having that raw conversation and talking about it and hearing different perspectives. And, you know, like you were saying, the gal was apologizing. Like you're right. Bringing that to her attention, you know, she probably didn't even realize. So having that conversation, that is just absolutely perfect, you know? So I love it.
And man or woman in our industry, right? It's just like, what do you want out of life? What are your goals? What do you want to get to? Let's go get it.
Well, that's why I think that so much of like what we learn in IAB, whether it's you know, just the behavioral of a person, and whether it's male, female, and maybe it's like specific, you know, or more common with one or the other, but understanding how that person operates from like their human system and being able to work with that. And like that's why I love everything that we learn, because it's about that. It's about like that person, how they operate. So if you know that, you know, they might need that extra like reminder of, you know, acknowledging something because they might not think about it, you know, naturally, like that's really cool to know and understand. Like I don't think a lot of people think about that.
It goes so many levels deeper, behavioral versus like, it's so surface level and basic. Just think about race or gender or whatever. And I love that.
Yeah.
Hi everyone, this is Louis from Spectora. I'm going to put 3 links down in the description below. The first link is for you if you like Spectora, but maybe you just have a couple questions. You can schedule a 15-minute discovery call with someone from our client success team to make sure that Spectora is a great fit for you. It is, by the way. If you're ready to dive in and start using the app, the second link is for our free trial. With the average cost of a home inspection, that's a couple $1,000s that you'll pocket before you pay us a dime. And the third link is for our Spectora Jumpstart program. If you're a brand new home inspector, you probably need a website, or maybe you have a website that you just kind of threw up real quick and you're not super thrilled with it. In the Jumpstart program, we'll make you a great website based on feedback from you to make sure that it reflects your business, your market, and you. We'll optimize it for search engines, and we'll put an online scheduler on your website too, so you can spend less time on the phone and more time out in the field working. We'll also bundle it with a full year of the Spectora app, and we'll do it at a great price too. Hey, thanks for watching this video. I hope you check out other videos on this channel, and take care.